Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome back. This is Mafia 3 PlayStation 4 Pro version, and right off the bat, I've noticed that they improved dynamic light. There was a big giant update, 3 gigabytes patch I had to download and install for this game. And the first thing that I've noticed when I started Mafia 3 on PlayStation 4 Pro is dynamic light, excuse me. I don't know why I keep saying dynamic lightning. What's wrong with me? Dynamic light, it's much more improved now, and you really get the benefit of PlayStation 4 Pro dynamic light. Second thing I noticed is anti-aliasing. It's set to the maximum, so the jagged edge lines are really non-existent now. They're barely existent here, which is good. And the third I noticed was the textures are a bit slightly higher. Textures are slightly higher, not to the point where it's like, wow, you gotta have it, but it's slightly higher. You know what I mean? And that's all good. Here, let me show you a little bit more. And clearly here you can see the benefit of dynamic light right here, where the American flag is. And even the textures here are a little bit better. See, right by the stop sign. Alright, let's continue. Let's go over here on this side just to explore dynamic lights a little bit more. Let's go over here, this side. Alright, see, dynamic light here truly shows up, truly pops up. And look, this is a good improvement. You know, is this like a night and day difference between the PlayStation 4 and Pro? No, but it's definitely an improvement. You know what I mean? You have to remember Pro just came out and developers are still trying to figure out how to utilize the power of PlayStation 4 Pro. You know, I'm sure, you know, by the spring next year, developers will be able to utilize even more power of PlayStation 4 Pro, and they'll be able to truly show us the benefit of having the Pro. Alright, let's explore some more here. As you can see, dynamic light truly pops up and shows up here. Dynamic shadows also shows up here as well. Textures are like, I would say, medium, slightly, maybe, I'd say medium. They're medium textures. Frame rate, I would say it's 30 frames per second. Resolution, I don't know what the resolution is. I wouldn't be surprised if it's like 1440p upscale to 4K. Anti-aliasing, it's set to the maximum. That I'm happy about that. I'm happy that anti-aliasing it's set to the maximum, because that was the one thing that was really bothering me, was the those jagged edge lines. And you know how much I hate those jagged edge lines. So dynamic light, anti-aliasing to the maximum. Slightly better textures, and what else? Let's see. Dynamic shadows. So these are pretty cool improvements. It's gonna give you overall much better experience while you're playing this game. You know, you're going to enjoy a little bit more. And tessellation also, it's better. Tessellation, you see in the distance a little bit further down. The reflection is much better. And you clearly can see how much of a benefit you get at night with dynamic light right here.
Probably won't be too keen on you waltzing around with that piece of yours.
I'll just leave it under the seat.
Here, let's go right here where it's a little bit more lighter. Like, look at that blue light. Look how vibrant it is. Same thing here. Clearly, you know, you can appreciate dynamic light and dynamic shadows right here. Okay, so, and tessellation, it's another thing right here. In the distance, you can see like this building. You can see in the distance. You can see further down even more in the distance when you turn around, like here, for example. and the anti-aliasing, like on this building, you barely can see any jagged edged lines, you know, and it looks great. Let me get out of the car. Can I get out of the car? No, not yet. But all in all, you know, it's a nice added detail that they put on the game. It's not a huge improvement, but it's a nice improvement, you know. All right, let me pause here for a second. Hold on. And see, like right here. I don't know what else is there for me to say, you know, about so far about Mafia 3. I didn't expect much from Mafia 3, honestly, because I noticed even on PC they weren't able to use all that power from Nvidia or AMD. So this is something developers, you know, will have to utilize. You have to remember, guys, a lot of these games will be the whole thing will be dependent on developers. PlayStation Pro, it's giving these developers the power that they need to make the game look great. Now it's up to these developers to utilize that power and learn how to use that power. You know, so far, you know, this is you know, the console just got released, so I don't expect too much. But see right here on this building, texture is a little bit better. Dynamic light, it's improved. Anti-aliasing, it's to the maximum. It's non-existent, so that really helps out. You know. Same thing here. Anti-aliasing truly helps out. Get rid of these jagged edged lines that I hate. You know, I just can't stand the jagged edged lines. So there's some improvements. Definitely, there's some improvements here. It's not like a jaw-dropping improvement, but it's definitely better than what we had on the PlayStation 4 and Xbox, especially Xbox. I feel sorry for the Xbox version, man. It's just butchered, you know. I mean, I've seen PlayStation 2 games look better than the Xbox One version. And I'm not trying to, like, I'm trying to be fair, you know. I'm not trying to be like a dick about it. I'm just trying being honest with you guys, you know. And this is the developers' fault, you know. Developers gotta really get their A game together, and they gotta like figure out how to utilize this power, you know, from PlayStation 4 Pro. And so far, they did here. They used the basics. What I'm seeing here is the basics. They used the anti-aliasing. They used dynamic light, dynamic shadows, and a little bit better textures. Some minor improvements, you know. Nothing that's gonna have you go, oh my god, like, oh shit, I gotta have this. And tessellation, I see it's a little bit better, like in the distance. So, you know, it is what it is, guys. Don't expect every game to look great on PlayStation 4 Pro. It depends on developers. Even Andrea House says, okay, we're giving them the power they need, but it's going to be up to developers to decide, you know, how they're going to use that power and how they're going to utilize it. Which means it's going to take some time till developers get to familiar with PlayStation 4 Pro. I think like late third quarter of 2017, we'll see some really like good looking pro games that gonna use that power, you know what I mean? And to me personally, that's what I'm looking forward to. So in final conclusion, it looks it's here's a final conclusion. This I'm gonna put it like this. These are minor improvements, nothing that's gonna make you go, oh, I gotta buy a pro right now to play this game. No. These are minor improvements that helps the game a little bit, but it's nothing that's gonna have you go drop your, you know, jaws like, oh geez, I gotta have this. Remember, this is developers' fault. They have to figure out how to utilize this power with this engine. I don't know, maybe they can decode this engine and use that power, because they've been having a trouble with the PC version as well. So anyway, this is it. These are my thoughts, and hopefully you guys liked it. And I'll see you in the next video. Have a good one, guys.